come and make eyes at me down at the old bull and bush. Da-da-da-da-da. Come, drink some port wine with me down at the old bull and bush. Hear the little German band, da-da-da-da-da. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Do, come and have a drink or two down at the old bull and bush, bush. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding, I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Everybody knows the next one. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me and see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand, have a banana. Oh, what a happy band. And that's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. And let's all go down the Strand. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me, just walking up and down. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London. One more time. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me, just walking up and down. Big finish! Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town. Oh, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, and there they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some the fingers are red. You give him a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's what the showman said. Oh, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. And there stands me wife, the idol of my life, singing roll a ball, a ball, a penny. Everybody singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Roll a ball, a ball, singing roll a ball, a penny a pitch. Oh, what a beauty! I've never seen one as big as that before. Hey, oh, what a beauty! It must be 2 foot long or even more. It's such a lovely colour, so nice and round and fat. I never thought a marrow could grow as big as that. Oh, what a beauty! I've never seen one as big as that before. What's more with feeling? I've never seen one as big as that before. Roll up your trousers, I've never seen one.
Hello there, gang. How's it going? It's the final render here. Are you doing alright? I certainly hope so. We're going to have another live stream today, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I can hear someone appears to be shooting at my camp. Oh dear, what's going on with 76 here? It came out all like standard definition like, didn't it? Let's see if we can go back into the game there and get it into 1440p. How about that? Seeing as we are literally part of the, for some reason it's coming out in this standard definition thing. Let's deal with this dude, if I can see him. He's up there. Can you guys see this in like weird standard definition mode? It's been a bit of a chaotic start. I'm really not quite ready to start here. Well, whatever. He's gone. He's gone. Can you guys even see it? You probably can't even see it, but yeah, the Screen's gone completely haywire. I'm just going to quit the game and start again. You know, that would be much easier. Seeing as I literally have no idea what's going on. Okay. Quit out the game, just quit out of it, start again. How's it going? What a lovely start. Let's get some music going. Boom! There we go. With that voice crack, let's open up 76 again. I thought if I open it up earlier, that'll make things easier, won't it? But apparently I was wrong. Apparently it would open up in standard definition. You know, that thing from the archaic time of the 90s and beyond. Yes, indeed. But we got it here now, so hopefully all is going to be good now. How about we also go and see what's going on in the chat? We have got Cody2 saying render for life. Oh yeah, definitely. Render for life. Is that like Grove Street for life? Render Street Families, or whatever it is they say in the hip Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What else have we got? We have got Flame saying, hi Render, how's the camp going? Well, you'll find out in a moment. Well, we did have to quit the game just now, but let's get ready to go. There we go, see? I find it very strange that when it was just in standard definition just now, I actually had lower frame rate than I do now. When it was in standard definition, it had 99 frames. Now I've got 1091. How unusual. Okay. Double to the old game here. So hopefully we should also get a new update to the game soon. Hopefully we will get an update which gives us much more carrying capacity. Well, not carrying capacity? Stash limit, sorry. We're going up to 800, which is pretty good. Alrighty, so let's go and open up the character now. Can you guys see it now? Yes, you can. What else is going on in here? We have got X-Chiller Killer saying, I got scammed in 76. Well, here's the thing. Be careful. It's an online game, you know? Stuff like that happens, you know? You gotta be careful about that kind of stuff. You know, it doesn't matter what game it is. Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? The Gaming Tomato says, we love you, Render. Oh, I love me too. Dave, how funny was that joke I just made? Gosh, that was damn funny. I deserve a medal for that. And we've also got Chelsea Taylor here who says, glad to be back in a stream. Chelsea Taylor, #1 girl, Chelsea Taylor, how are you? Nice to see you back here in a stream. And I see your YouTube membership is back as well. Good to know that that's back up and running. I heard you had a problem with your PayPal, so it's good to know that it's back right now. And we're going to have some good fun. What else is going on in here? We have also got Nicole Starkey in here, saying, good to see you back, Chelsea. Indeed it is, and hello to you, Nicole. 2 fantastic YouTube members in one space. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the amount of awesome in one room at one time? It's absolutely brilliant. I honestly do recommend it. We've also got Zach Blevins saying, I once got my mum's cat... Oh dear, I don't think I'm going to read the rest of that. That's a bit weird. Oh dear, I really need to read the rest of these before reading them aloud. We've also got Brandon Summers saying, you're the best streamer on YouTube. Thanks very much, matey. I'm glad someone thinks so. Okay. Before we get started, though, people, this is going to be the last stream we're going to be doing in this build. You know, normally we do 1, sometimes we do 2, mostly 2. But in this case, we've gone for 3. So let's get ready to go for a share spike, share spike, share spike. Boom, share spike right there. Let's get as many people watching this live stream since it's the last of this build and it's going to be a good one. We've actually got some interesting things to do, okay? And I want to explain to you guys what we're doing before we get properly stuck into it because it's a bit different to what we normally do. So as you guys know, we have this build right here. It's a fantastic build. I absolutely love it. Huge place, huge place. We never build places this big. We always build small and decorate large, but in this case we've built big and we don't have much to decorate. And the simple fact of the matter is, we are at our camp budget. We can't build anything else in here. It's completely done. So what we're going to do instead, is take all the decorations we have placed so far, take them out. We're going to take them out, scrap them, and then we are going to record and decorate all of the rooms individually. That way we can show what we would like to do with every single room if we have more budget. Because as of right now, you know, we've got huge amounts of emptiness. You know, like the kitchen, there's nothing there. The bandstand, not much there. Toilet, there's nothing in there. We've even got like this upstairs area. It's empty. We've got 1 bed. Simply because of camp budget. This is why you don't build big, you decorate big. But in this case, I wanted to kind of do a video with both. So how about we get ready to do that? What do you all think of that? What do you all think of that idea of we fully decorate this, get as much in there as possible, film it, And then we do the same for the living room, then for the kitchen and stuff like that. Because we still built it. You know, we still have a fun video. We just couldn't get it all into one settlement, you know? And that's just the way it is. Oh, I also need to turn off the FPS counter right up there. Sometimes the FPS counter appears on my recording. You guys can't see it because it's behind the webcam. But it is something we need to do. Okay, what else does people say in the chat? Go and read some of this stuff. The Game in Tomato says, I think I'm in your game. Oh, well. It's almost as if we own the same game or something, isn't it? And we've also got people wishing happy birthdays. So whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is it? Anna Celestia says, I think that's fine, Render, for the plan. I think so, because it's the only way we're going to get lots of decorating done in this video. And you know me, I'm a decorator. You know, if there's builders and decorators, I'm a decorator. I'm very much in the decoration camp. So, how about we get started then? What I want to do is get rid of all the stuff that isn't essential. Basically, like things like the paintings and stuff, they can go. We can get rid of those. But things like these conduits, they stay. And obviously the walls and stuff stay. Again, this is just so we can properly decorate each room individually. Film it, and then we can delete the stuff in that room, and then do the same. It's the only way we're going to get enough budget, camp budget, and still make each room the way we want to. I mean, I never keep these builds anyway, if I'm completely honest. You know, as soon as the video is done, I'm done. You know, we don't go back to it. I sometimes keep it for a day or two after, but for the most part, not really. Most of the time, it goes away for something a bit more small and practical. You know, like something on a lead deposit or something. Ah, here's something I wanted to do, though, actually, before I scrap that. I wanted to blueprint that television set. Just so I can have it ready to go later. I need to do that with things. I need to do it with things like tables and desks and stuff like that. If I make a pretty selection, television, it just means I can... I know I spelt it wrong, but I don't care. Get over it. But it means I can go and just place them down whenever I want to. If I make a really nice one, you know? Just a nice way to do it, I think. Speed it up in the future. Okay. So we've got a little bit of budget left. We cleared up some budget there. And obviously, this area... this kind of really nice kind of botanical garden kind of thing, it's mostly already done. Most of it is already in place. So what we need to do is just get something really, really good. You know what I mean? Alright, so what do I want to do first? I need to put some more stuff at the back. And I also need to put up some signs and stuff like that in here. Alright, so are we ready to go then? Let's get ready to go then. How about I start recording then? So let's see what else we can do then with this build. I did buy some new planters today. I bought the ones you get from the White Springs. You know, like these ones down here. Like the ferns appear to be a bit bigger. You know, they got a bit more life in them. So what I think I'll do is I'll use these much larger ferns rather than the smaller ones. Use the smaller ones at the back on like shelves and stuff like that maybe. But for the most part I'm going to use these bigger ones. It's also a nicer pot. And you need some nice pot, don't you? That's how you get through the day. Let's go and throw that down there. Maybe next to there. Maybe give it a rotate. There we go. So we've got some ferns here. I believe these are ferns anyway. I could be wrong. I don't know anything about trees or flowers or anything like that. What I do know, though, is Fallout 76 decorating. So let's put those in there. And those are pretty good. We've actually got some really nice things in here already. You know, we've got this big copper statue right here. And we actually put a fire up the top. So it actually makes some really nice shadows on the ceiling and stuff. Looks really good. And we've also got just regular wall lights. But I've also put some cycling lights up. I need to put another one up, actually, in order to make this work a bit better. Okie dokie. So, what else are people saying this? Brandon Summers says, you built this way too big. Yeah, but here's the thing. We go big on Final Render. We go big on Final Render. What are you going to sit there and say, I think you shouldn't do everything you want to render? No, 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 no. Go big or go home. Although I do agree, yes, the build itself is too big. It's just the way it is, you know? I wanted to try something big. Just so I say I've done it. Okay, so let's pop up a cycling light there. Cycling lights are odd, being that you actually have to wire them. All the other lights obviously work on the wireless conduit system, which makes things much, much easier. But for the cycling lights, since they need to be connected to terminals, you have to do it with wires. And, you know, I'm okay with it. It's just makes things a bit more complicated, don't you think? Sometimes a bit too complicated. Alright, so we've got another cycling light there. It's just kind of a generic orangey pink thing right now. But let's see if we can get some wall decorations up as well. That'll be fantastic. What else are people saying in the chat though? Mr. Hobby is here, says, I've been spending a lot more time building than actually playing the game. Welcome to my world, buddy. Like, I've played it a lot today. Me and old Nicole Starkey actually went and did lots of quests, and I've started a new melee build. And that build is now on like a level 15 or something like that, so it's got a long way to go. But the idea is eventually I will have something which is all melee focused and might even be able to do some PvP stuff. It also means I'll be able to use a second character to kind of experiment with building ideas. Because if I wanted to experiment with something in this build, I'd risk the entire build breaking. But if I have another character, then it means I can do all the strange experiments in that one. And then hopefully we can get some really nice different ideas going. I'm thinking, I had this idea of putting a stash right here. Just like that. But then again, I also kind of like the table being there. So what I might do, I might just put the stash. Oh, but then again, now it looks too short. Nah, forget it. I like it, actually. Don't pick up the floor, goddammit. Don't you hate it when you pick up the floor, you know? Henchman problems. What can I say? Hashtag henchman problems. Put a little stash there. Unless I got something which is a bit smaller, that would also look really nice. Most of them are quite big, if I remember correctly. But I just like the Appalachia one because it's got this really nice... It's got this really nice carved wood thing. Maybe if I can get a smaller table, how about that? If I can get a shorter table, like maybe one of the television ones, that will work quite nicely. Maybe not that one, because that's a bit too big. It's a bit too long. Okay, so what about in this section? I think there's this one. Yeah, that one's might be alright. That one's much smaller. That's like a good 6 inches shorter. And that makes a difference, you know. It's true. Which way do I want it? I'll have it this way. Have like a little cubby hole there as well. You know, maybe you could put your shoes in there. Maybe, well, put your pistol maybe or something like that. Something else Fallouty. You know what I mean? Okay, people. And something I've noticed is we got 59 people watching right now. I don't know, guys. That ain't very good. Share Spike! Share Spike! Come on, guys. We got to get some more viewers in here. We had a fantastic stream last stream. Last stream was fantastic. Let's see if we can go ahead and beat it this time. I think last stream we had like 130 people watching, and it hasn't been that way for the last month or so. There was a time, maybe about a month and a half ago or so, when we were getting like 150 or so average. So let's see if we can get it back up on top, you know? Back on top with final render. So I wanted it in the stashes, didn't I? Appalachia stash. See, that's a bit better. It's a little bit shorter. So we have a little bit more space. If we get something like that, and then maybe put it against one of the walls or something. I didn't actually want to put it here. I should probably clarify that. I was just building it there temporarily. Because it looks a bit weird there, doesn't it? I was thinking maybe we could get a bench or something at the front there. And we can have the stash off to the side. There you go, like that. That's kind of good. And have the stash around here. I probably should have clarified that while I was building it. Because it looked a bit weird otherwise, didn't it? What else have we got? We got Chelsea Taylor in here saying, hi, Sherry. Oh, is Late to the Fallout here? Oh, indeed she is. Late to the Fallout is here. Fantastic. Good to see ya. Oh, Late to the Fallout. One of our fantastic Fallout streamers right here. Keeping streaming going on YouTube. That's exactly what we need. More streaming on YouTube, the better, as far as I'm aware. We have also got Anna Celestia saying, 55 viewers and 15 likes? Damn you people. I know. 59 viewers according to my screen, and only 15 likes? Come on, people, hit that thumb button. Hit the like button. If YouTube sees people are liking it, they share it more on YouTube. That's how it works. So let's see if we can get some more people hitting that like button right there. Now, wall decorations next. I really wanted some wall decorations, and just generic things to kind of plop around, you know, like shelving units and stuff. Unfortunately, we don't really have any shelving that can stick to walls. It's kind of a shame, you know what I mean? Because I really like doing that in Fallout 4, sorry. Putting stuff on walls. Right now, we've only got, like, posters and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love the posters, especially these lamplit ones. But I hate the fact that we don't really have more, like, wall shelving units and stuff. Bit of a shame. If we can get things like this one. What do we want? GNR? Imagine Your New Life? Slocum Joes? Anything that could be to do with gardening or outside. Mr. Pebbles. Well, we need Mr. Pebbles regardless. It doesn't matter what we're building. Mr. Pebbles always takes top priority. Because Mr. Pebbles is an absolute champ. Look at him. He'll trash the place in a minute. Absolute maniac he is. Alright, what about back here? I've also got things like these wind chimes. I love these wind chimes. Now they finally work. For the longest time, these wind chimes, they just didn't work. But it's good to know that they properly are up and running now. Because you just couldn't stick them to walls, no matter how hard you tried. But we got them working now. So, smaller posters and stuff. Or also like flags and stuff. We haven't done any final render flags this build, have we? Let's see if we can do it here. Put up a wall there. And put up a flag here. Says it can't intersect. Well, I'm not trying to intersect it, darling. I promise. Please. Is it because that's there? Nope. Is it because that's there? Nope. Is it because that's there? Ah. It was the roof. Out of all the things, it was the roof. Right, let's go and put the roof back. It's like, honey, I can't get the curtain in. The roof's in the way. What an unusual world we live in. This is the world that we live in. Go ahead and reconnect that up there. There you go. It's kind of a pinky color, isn't it? The pinky and the brain. Here's the thing about Pinky and the Brain. They always said, Pinky and the Brain, that one's a genius and the other's insane, right? Well, the definition of insanity, is trying to do the same thing again and again and expecting different results. And Brain was always trying to take over the world and failing. So the Brain is the insane one in the Pinky and the Brain. What can I say? You know, and the Pinky is the genius one. Now, these are the things I notice. What else have we got going on in the chat? August Moon says, exposed brick. Exposed brick? Gosh, that sounds like a naughty film. But let's go and pop that window back there. There we go. Got a really cool little curtain going there now. I like doing the curtains. Looks really good from the outside as well. You know, you can just kind of see the light shining through the flag there as well. More flags, please, Bethesda. That would be fantastic. Are there any, like, ceiling decorations we can get? I know, obviously, we've got lights and stuff like that, but is there anything else we can do? I think it's only lights. We don't actually have a ceiling decoration section, do we? No, I think that generally may be it in terms of, can we get these wind chimes hanging from the ceiling? That's something else, isn't it? Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty. Let's see if we can jump up. Jump up and get down. There we go. Not that you can really tell, but it is there. Chelsea Taylor says, "Oh my God, I miss Pinky and the Brain. They are actually there are actually full theories on that. I think it's worthy of full theories. The whole Pinky and the Brain thing, and which one's actually a genius and the other's insane. I think it works though. I love Pinky and the Brain. It was a great show. So hey, what are we gonna do tonight? He always sounds like Hugh Jackman, Pinky. At least the one I watched. Anyway, I imagine it's had different voice actors over years and stuff. Okay, it's kind of like a greenhouse area, isn't it? So let's put up some of these metal posters right here. We don't really need to make that much sense, if I'm completely honest. But it's good to just have different decorations in the background, you know? Helps break it up. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. We don't have as many as I thought, actually. I always think we've got much more than we've actually got. And Flame has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Flame. That is awesome. Thank you for thank you very much for going ahead and subscribing there. See, I choked on the flame. That's how much awesome the flame was. And also, what about some of these? Have you taken your medication today? It's not, I know it's not really appropriate, but generally speaking, it doesn't need to be that appropriate. There we go. I think that's looking pretty darn snazzy, don't you? Got this nice botanical garden area. But I think we could do a little bit more. Maybe we could put, like, some benches or something just on against this wall. Anything, you know? Fill the space. Pull the strings! Pull the strings! Who was that who said that? It was Bela Lugosi, wasn't it? Bela Lugosi being Dracula. You know, the original Dracula. Everyone says, ooh, you know, Bela Lugosi tried to make Dracula sound scary by giving him that slow tone. Like, I am Dracula. No, it's because he couldn't speak English at the time. He just turned up in Hollywood one day from Romania or something. And they just pulled him off the street because he sounded cool. That's the truth. And The Zone has just subscribed. Thank you very much, The Zone. Are you in the zone? We're all in the zone now you've subscribed. Thank you very much, matey, for subscribing to the Final Render channel. Can I get anything of worth in there? I think I'm just too wide to fit in here. I think I'm too wide. I mean, I could look for a larger one, but Not a larger one. I could move this back, but it was plain hard to get. Maybe if I remove the fire up here. Why can't I friggin' jump up there? There we go. Oh, I'll tell you what, as I said, I was playing my, well, what is now a level 15 character earlier. Doesn't have the marsupial perk, the marsupial mutation. Oh my god, it kills me. It kills me. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go anywhere. It was awful. I'm thinking, is this what it's like if you break your leg or something like that? You know, because I just couldn't do half of the things I wanted to do. Okay, I'm noticing now we may have a problem with this. Now I've moved that, I'm struggling to get it back in. See if I can push it in from a distance. No, it keeps snapping to the roof. I may have to remove the roof again. Don't you hate it when you have to remove the roof in order to get your copper dome statue into your house? I know I do. And move this damn bench, for God's sake. Keep getting in the way. So yeah, as far as possible to this side. It says it's intersecting, so I guess we've got to remove more sections here. It's worth it, people. We've got 2 hours of this, people. We've got 2 hours of redecorating. We probably spent like 45 minutes in the last stream wiring. But that's what you do. That's what you come to the Final Render channel for, isn't it? So now, what's actually getting in the way? I bet it's that plant after all that. It was. It was the friggin' plant. After all that. God darn it. Well, you know, it's not the end of the world. We know what we're building. It's not exactly hard, is it? The only thing hard around here... Oh, wait a sec. Ooh. That works out well, quite well, actually. No, I want taller. I want taller. I was going to say, the only thing hard around here are these biceps, which are only getting harder every time you hit the like button. So go ahead and hit the like button so Render's biceps can get bigger. It's totally true. Arnold Schwarzenegger told me. And he knows a thing or two about biceps. Every time I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger, I just always think of the fantastic Predator, you know, arm grab. It's fantastic. One of the manliest things in cinema. Alright, let's put our ferns back. You know, speaking of manly things, let's put our flowers back. Yeah, I noticed I spend a lot of time in Fallout picking up flowers. You know, whether if I'm in the nuke zone or whether if I'm grabbing stuff to make soup, I'm always picking flowers. So what is this hippie left-wing game making me do? I thought this was about nukes and shooting things. Nope, flower picking. And floral arrangements. And all the other Nancy Pamby things that I'm not supposed to be doing in a sci-fi shooter game. But I love it. Nothing wrong with liking flowers. It's true. Okay. The roof's back on. The roof is on fire. Let's put some of these back up then now. We've got our roof back. Don't you hate it when you have to remove the roof in order to fix your problems? If you ever have a problem, you know, and I mean this quite seriously, people, if you ever have a problem, any problem at all, try removing the roof. You might have better luck. You know what I mean? Alright, so that's that there. And that one goes to there. And that one goes to there. And that one goes to there. There we go. That's pretty darn neat. So we've got our fire up there. We got this in here. We got our table in there now, which is what I really wanted. Can I put anything on the table? Can I get like a gnome on there or something? Who else is talking in the chat? We've got high-tech prostheses saying, will do render. Brilliant. Yeah, just remove the roof if you have a problem and get it done. Mr. Hobby says, it's always the last thing you delete. The roof. I should probably delete the roof first with this build. Looking at how often that's been the solution. And we have also got people in the chat, Toasted Bread, saying, I always overestimate when dealing with the sentry bots. Sentry bots, I'm not going to lie, actually aren't that tough. They seem really big and scary because, you know, they've got the really high-powered miniguns and stuff like that. But, you know, they're quite slow. They have to stop every now and then in order to kind of drain, you know, the heat from them. You know, they overheat very easily. They're generally not as bad. I think Assaultrons are worse than sentry bots. I honestly think that is true. Right, let's put like some statues and stuff like that here, you know? Let's go ahead and have a lovely paladin right there. Guy in power armor right in front of Mr. Pebbles, because he is the absolute mad king of all existence. Mr. Pebbles is the kind of person who would buy everyone around a drink of a club and then leave, just to be nice, you know? That's Mr. Pebbles right there. and we adore him. Or her. We assume it's a him because it's Mr. Pebbles. But you know, sometimes people have like cats or dogs for years and not realise it's actually a boy or a girl. You know, wouldn't that be weird? Imagine if you did that with your child. That would be strange. Okay, I want probably this big rubber one, don't I? We need a big rubber over here. There we go, got that there. And what can we put onto said big rubber? I'm thinking maybe we could put a gnome there. Because gnomes are life. There we go, got our gnome there. This is where you want OC decorator, isn't it? Situations like this, where you can do little things. Well, we've got a couple things. Mr. Hubby says lights are expensive on a budget. The cycling lights definitely are, yeah. Anything with kind of interactivity in it, you know, like a workbench or a light which changes, a light box, typically they have a lot of budget in there. Even the instruments tend to have a lot of budget. And I liked that one, didn't I? Put that there. And anything else that can go there? Anything at all? Got tiny little pot plants and stuff. Maybe can we just have an empty one there? Yeah, there's not much point really, is there? Oh, we've got these busts. We've got like Shakespeare right there. Looking very stoic right there. And, oh, I know, one last thing we can put on there. Just to give it a little bit extra personality. Move the gnome. Maybe this is like a painting area where they're painting all the statues and stuff like that. Jakob Tarnonsky says, is 76 worth it? If you mean in terms of money, I certainly think so. I mean, I've played it for hundreds of hours at this stage. And I've been certainly enjoying it. Where is it? Candles, candles. There are candles now, aren't there? Because I found them not too long ago. And I was like, hey, hit or miss? I guess they never miss. Oh, we do need to have our fish man in here, though, don't we? We need Aquaman right here. Oh, but then again, we can put him somewhere else, can't we? I really want to have